Hola, YouTube, you sexy mama jammas. It is now Saturday, January 7th. It is 11:41 Vegas time. Our appointment's 14:30. Ain't been doing shit this morning. I've been up since like 7. I looked at the notes and it says strict appointment times. So there's that. I would have loved to have been over there and already loaded and out of here by now. But can't really expect much last minute when your load cancels on you. And I was lucky to even get a load out of here on a Friday after my load canceled on me. I mean, granted, it's a Saturday, but I was lucky to even have a load available for the weekend to get me out of Vegas. Otherwise, I would have deadheaded all the way to freaking El Paso or something. But fortunately, so that's the lucky part. I was able to get a load. So we went into the Pride restaurant, or the Iron Skillet here last night. Remember that surf and turf I got a few weeks ago at TA somewhere else? It was really, really good. It wasn't as good here. The steak wasn't cooked as well, but it was still, overall, it was still pretty good. So I had a nice little meal. Steak, shrimp, some broccoli, a salad. It was nice. About to go in and figure out what I want to have now, I guess. I haven't had no breakfast. Well, we got a couple more hours before we can head out of here. We're going to have to fuel up. We're going to go ahead and just get a half a tank of fuel here, or maybe not even that much. I don't fill up at TA Petros very, very much at all. So, hold on. Let me show the price is here. We're downtown Vegas. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a good price. I think there's a Flying J or a Pilot nearby. But what's the cheapest? Yeah, there's a Pilot 4 miles away. It's $337 to get on there. It's $343 here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would just get it here. There's really no point going the opposite way. We just get. Let's go search a long route from here to Dallas. See what it says. I was debating last night whether I'm taking 40 across or going down to Phoenix and hitting 10. Now I-10 adds a couple hours, adds like 100 miles to the trip. However, taking 40 up around through Flagstaff and all that, we're going up in like 7,000 feet elevation. So I feel like with this heavy ass load, climbing that elevation through all the mountains and steep terrain, putting all the extra work on the truck, using the extra fuel going that route, I feel like going south to where it's not as extreme is the better way. So I'm going to go down. The cheapest along the route is an 800 miles. We can't go that far. Not on the half a tank. 800 miles would be in Amarillo. Let's look at something around 400 miles. You know, I'll figure that stuff out later on. Anyhow, but for now, we are, where are you from? I'm heading southbound from Seattle to Phoenix right now. I'm going to catch you in the wild one day. Yeah, I'll figure the fuel. I'll get a little bit of fuel just to get out of this area and figure out the fuel situation later on. But anyway, let me go grab something to eat, and yeah, we'll get this day going. Thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate all the support. Let's get to getting.
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
All right, we just got 50 gallons of fuel at the Petro, and we are 6 miles away from our pickup. It is now 1:34 in the p.m. Appointment for 2:30. we're just going to show up a little bit early and see what happens. Got a text a little while ago from, I guess, the actual broker saying, hey, can you give me an update? Are you empty? What's your ETA? How far? You know, all that good shit. And micro points, I'm like, brother, all that shit's already there. So I don't respond to those texts. I got micropoint installed on my tablet. They can look it there. They ain't got to talk to me. If I got a problem, if I'm going to be different than what the appointment says, I'll call you. So otherwise, leave me alone. Fucking recycling center. I hate recyclables. I swear I do. These places are just... Damn it. If I'd have known that, a name like Republic Polymers, LLC. Shut up. As I pass a trash truck that says Republic Services on the door. Okay. I gotta figure out how to get into this place. So I got on this scale. It's a double way scale, meaning you got screens and stuff on both ends. You can come in from either direction. There's a speaker box in here, so I pushed it. It timed out after about a couple minutes of ringing nonstop. I pushed it again, same thing. I pushed it a third time. I was like, well, maybe this side just ain't working properly. So I pulled forward, pulled up and backed up, and came in the scale this direction, the other direction. Did the same thing. 3 different times it timed out. I was like, well, shit. So I wound up creeping forward back here in middle left and kind of went into like a dead-end cul-de-sac, turned around, go back up front. There's no obvious place to check in. There's nothing that says driver check in or anything like that. I see fire pump doors and shit like that. I see a couple trucks in the dot with the dot. They're empty. I don't see no drivers in there moving. Either they're probably back asleep or something. I don't know. Or they're just trucks parked here for the weekend, getting loaded. They live local. They go home, come back. Who knows? Point is, I parked on the street and I started walking around trying to find the door. But finally I saw this one lonely forklift driver I've seen him periodically kind of going up around and so forth. So I was finally out there at the time to where I could speak to us. He said, hang on, man, I got you. I'll make a phone call. The guy made a phone call. He's like, I heard him say, tell the driver to go to the north end. And he just said, okay, and hung up the phone. He's like, you're at the north end. I'm like, well, you should have said that to him. So he's already here. He's like, go ahead and pull back on the scale. When he says that, it just means he's on his way. I'm like, okay. So I'm back on the scale now, just waiting. He said he'll come to you. That's what he says. So I'm just here on the scale, just sitting on the scale, 215. Been there about 35 minutes bullshitting around. 32,800 pounds right now. Fluctuate between 800 and 820, but yeah, that's my weight currently. Oh, and I see the forklift driver. He's heading my direction. Looks like first time he's came across the road. Is he coming to talk to me? Looks like it. Let's find out. See him right about now. There he is.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. Yeah.
Got a bigger number for me, Bob?
I'm bringing it up right now, sir. Let's see what we got. I can tell you it's going to Dallas. I know that much off the top of my head. Pickup number... PO reference number, 826 number.
You mind if I take a look?
I'll go right ahead. I got a few numbers right there. haven't got a. I've been on the scale 4 times. Nobody's answered that damn scale box. I've called it a dozen times.
Okay. Truck and trailer number right here.
So it's a self thing. I wish there was something here to tell us what to do. All right, so. They just expect everybody to know what the hell to do here. Okay, because the screen does say JB Hunt swipe badge, and then it's got start third party way. I didn't realize that was a damn button. It doesn't, whatever. Okay, start third party way. I was curious what the fuck that meant. It literally means start your fucking way process. But that red truck back there, one of those 2 trucks being loaded, they said once that red truck pulls out, man, you go right in there. I'm like, perfect. So once you did that start way process, you just got to put your truck number in and your trailer number, and then print out the fucking ticket. I can't do a UE here, so I gotta do what I did to get in there to begin with. Straighten out, do a back and back, bust a left, because he told me to just try to park right there. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't matter whether I figured out the way ticket thing on my own or not. I couldn't have done shit until he was here, apparently. So, but I didn't know if I had to talk to somebody. Got to check in and all that crap. That's whatever. Whatever. I guess now we're officially checked in at 218. Yeah, 218. We're just going to back up straight in there just so we can go ahead and turn left and back into that same driveway. Plenty of room, and we're just going to park to the side of the lane, to the side of the drive, right there next to JB Hunt Dedicated. And until that red truck up around the dock 8 leaves, but we're gonna go ahead and is this gonna give us shade? No, we're too tall for shade. But we're gonna go ahead and open. Oh no, we get a little bit of shade. But we're gonna go ahead and open up our doors and be ready to back in. All right, so I remember my notes saying they required about at least 6 straps or whatever. So I had 2 back here, so I just left those there. He just came to talk to me, saying that truck's pulling out. I was like, I forgot to ask you, how many straps do you think I need? I said, how many you got? I was like, I got plenty. How many you want? He said, about 10. I'm like, 10? What the hell am I on? He's like, we just want to make sure it's all secure. I'm like, okay. So as the other driver was pulling out and getting in line for the scale, I put 8 more straps back here for him. Now we're going in that hole right there after we do this U-turn. A little tight. There's a curb right here. I barely missed it. If I'm being honest, I didn't miss it at all. I ran over it. There at the end. I have to check my tire just to make sure there's anything stupid to it. But let's get our trailer. I swung to the right. We're good on that alignment, so turn our flashes on. Get it lined up with it. Go slow when you're crossing the street, even though it's a street inside of a complex or a park. You never know when somebody's going to randomly pop out of nowhere on you. That when you got 8 straps hanging on the back of your apron, 10 straps now, hanging on the back of your trailer, you don't want to hit no bumps too damn hard to have them fall out either. So down a little bit. We're getting a little close. We don't want to do a hard bump. We just want a nice little touch. Nice little touch. Close, 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 close. Close, 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 close. Almost there. Oh, we're there. Didn't even feel the impact. So check that tire. Alright, so this is the tire in question. Oh yeah, we can see on the bottom right there. See that scuff? Scuff right there and a scuff right there. Fortunately, it didn't pinch it against the rim. Not that I can tell anyway. Only time will tell. If we pinch it too much, it'll lose air. But right now it looks like it's holding air. So that sucks. Don't like curbing. Don't like curbing anything, much less the damn steer tire. All right, we got in the door about 3:25. It's 4:23. We're done loading. We just hit the scale. We're 75,760 pounds total. So I gotta do some math here, because this scale doesn't give actual weights, it just gives total weight. So in case you're curious, as you're going onto a scale that gives a total weight, doesn't give you actual weight, you put your drives on, see what your weight is there, then you go up to where your tandems are on, put your total weight there, then you minus your drive weight from your drive axles. And then I'll give you your drive axle weight, and then you pull all the way on, and then you take your total weight minus your drive axles from there, and your truck weight, and then you get your tandem weight. So we're going to do this. Calculator on the tablet. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do the nope, we're going to do the 11,340 minus the 42,700 puts my drive axles about 31,360. I can deal with that. Now we got to take the 75,700. We'll just call it 800. 75,800 minus the 42,700. Puts our tandems at 33,140. All right, we're good. Because our tandems are all the way up now. Now, judging by how long it took that red truck that I had to wait on to get out of here, how long he sat here, I'm probably going to sit here 20 minutes or so before the daggone paperwork gets out to me. That's what he just said. He's like, once my supervisor gets your paperwork ready, he'll bring it right out to you. So we will sit here across from the dock, the same place we sat waiting to get in the dock, until paperwork is received. And I am taking the path, I guess I'm going to call it the easier drive, because I don't have to climb the mountains to go 7,000 feet. It's going to add a couple hours and 140 miles to the trip. So 1,280 The assignment says 1,289 miles. It flies. It's the damn recycling center. Gnats, and it's 90 degrees, 80 degrees out here. The assignment says 1,289 miles. The trip that I'm taking, the way I'm going, is 1,360 miles. 19 hours and 40 minutes versus 17 and a half hours. But I'm not going to take 40, climb the mountains, 7,000 feet, go through Albuquerque and all that. I'm going to go down to Phoenix, hit I-10, and go east, and then once we get into Texas, get on 20 and go into Dallas. So that's the idea. That's what we're going to do. Now we're still waiting for paperwork. All right, 446. He just brought paperwork to me. Put the seal on. I just closed out the assignment. Step 1, pickup is complete. It departed on here, which is micro point on my tablet. Okay, boom. Alright, so we are now, turn on my iHeartRadio. That's what I listen to driving in the road. iHeart Country Station. We are now heading to Dallas. 1,360 miles from here. 19 hours and 40-minute drive. Probably do. What time is it? Why ain't you working? Hang on. Why ain't you working like you're supposed to? That. Something going on here? Whatever that is. Oh. Let's see. We'll leave that there. That there. Alright, boom. Bob's your uncle. Alright, so how far we gonna go? It's 10 minutes to 5 right now. And we drive 10 tomorrow, 10 Monday, be in position for 8 a.m. delivery Tuesday. But we do need to just to be safe and secure, we are going to go ahead and stop and, where's that Petro at? Are we going to pass my Petro back again? We're going to pass the Petro I stayed at last night. Where is it? Is that, nope. You know, let me just do this. We'll go back to that Petro and scale. You know what? Might even stay there tonight. I don't know. I've been at this truck stops near me. Petro, right there. Yeah, directions. You know, we might even stay there. I don't know yet. We'll see. Vegas Boulevard. U.S. Air Force, Nellis Air Force Base, right there on the right, in case you're wondering. North Hollywood Boulevard. $73 degrees, sun setting. I got my window down in case you're hearing a lot of wind. about a mile down is the Petro. Alright, back at the Petro. Let's get on the scales just to verify the weight. Because we don't know if their scales are accurate back there or not. It's definitely not an official scale. And stop easy. Turn y'all around and look at me. Out of gear. Release the brakes. Let the wheels settle out. Now we're going to apply the brakes just so we don't have any rollage. Since I have my EFS card attached to my Weigh My Scale app, I got to go into my WEX control to turn my card on. Essentially wake it up. Be like, yo, we're ready to spend some money. So we do that by hitting dynamic prompt. Now it's open. Now let's go to Weigh My Truck. Verify the location. This is 839 and the app says we are at location. If it'll ever load up. We are at location 839. Confirm location. 24775, 64666, next. All that other stuff's next, okay. And accept. Out here in West, they require trailer information. I just kind of threw some numbers in there at one point. But everywhere else, it doesn't require the trailer information page. Alright, 11,380 on my steers, 31,480 on my drives, and 32,960 on my tandems. 75,820 gross. Very, very, very close of what we did on our numbers. So it's done there because that money has been paid. And I get a receipt, or I get a scale ticket in my email. We're staying here. And just to show you how I learned to get in that part of the lot yesterday. It's a little tight through here, but just enough room to get out. Now, if this fuel desk was like most Petros, and they actually had food cooking, probably try to find. Oh no, there's no spots on this side anyway. Anyway, if you remember when I came through there early, yesterday, the first time, I got to the shop and I was like, well, maybe at the end of there. I'm like, nope, couldn't fit through there. But that's exactly where you got to do it. But it's going to be, you got to get straight enough or wide enough. So coming from the back side of this desk will get us there. We'll pay again $22 because there's no free spots back here. And here's what I was telling about how the gates are up, but they don't have any arms on them yet. I also learned by watching traffic last night, there's another one of these sets of gates up in the front part. Problem is there any parking left? Maybe. Oh, there's plenty of parking over here. But I want to get back in that. If I can get back in that same spot I was in last night, that's a perfect spot for me. Perfect spot for me. Or is that man truck getting in my spot, or is he pulling out of a spot? That's where I was up here on the left. We'll see. He's backing into a spot. Is there another one in that area? Because I like that spot. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, there's spots here. Hey, that Macy Trucking was there when I left today. Alright, so I'm going to park beside that bobtail right there. So I'm going to come over and do this. I'm going to do a wide turn. Get my rear end in sort of a position. My rear end, I said rear end. Straighten out a little bit. Let's do this. Alright, we did a little too far, but you know what? We're okay. We got plenty of room. Get back in front so I can see the bob chest. It's way back there. Alright, cool. Get back around. We're doing like a negative Nancy turn because we're kind of. But once we bring our tractor back around, we'll straighten it up. I gotta look better. Good. Now let's do this to the right. Straighten up between the painting lines. Oh yeah, perfect, like Flynn. Back her straight up. Maybe we'll do another surf and turf dinner tonight. Maybe. Oh, I'll tell you something here in a minute. Almost. Let's get and perfect right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take our clock, put us in sleeper berth for a 10-hour, nope, not 3, 10-hour break and save. Now, remember I was talking, I wanted to try In-N-Out Burger, right? And I was wanting to see if we can go DoorDash it. The other night I just didn't do it because I was too far away. There's an In-N-Out 4.2 miles from me right here. So I went to go look into the DoorDash. It's not on DoorDash. I said, what? So I Googled why isn't In-N-Out Burger on DoorDash. Apparently In-N-Out Burger doesn't have a deal with anybody. I think they did a lawsuit against Uber Eats back in 2016 or something, because they did In-N-Out deliveries without permission. In-N-Out says they will not compromise their quality for delivery. They won't do it. So you can't get In-N-Out through DoorDash legally. They say if you want to enjoy what In-N-Out's all about, you got to come in store. I mean, okay, whatever. But anyway, that's it. We'll go ahead and call it a day. We got loaded and we're back in the same spot. We're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots right of where we was last night. We'll pay another $20, $22 I think is what it was. And then we'll get up early-ish and then knock out 10 or 11 of our 19-hour journey ahead. I appreciate all the support. I'm going to throw something after the intro. I'm going to put something after the intro for those of you that... Yeah. Anyway, thanks. No, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it yet. I'm just in the beginning stages of this idea, so I'm not going to share it yet. I'll share it with y'all later. Anyway, have a good night. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.